Globalization, an exploration beyond borders. The multifaceted phenomenon of globalization has, in the span of a few decades, reshaped the very fabric of our societies. The term itself encapsulates a myriad of processes which have accelerated integration and interdependence amongst countries. While the outcomes and influences of globalization can be discerned on various fronts, be it economic, cultural or technological, its ramifications are much more nuanced than a cursory glance might suggest. Foremost, the economic dimensions of globalization are most conspicuously seen in the surge of international trade. With the liberalization of trade barriers, economies have witnessed a prodigious growth in exports and imports. Such rapid and large-scale shifts in the trading environment have facilitated access to a broader array of goods and services, ostensibly benefiting the consumer. Concurrently, the ubiquity of multinational corporations operating in multiple countries and maximizing locational advantages has burgeoned. Yet these corporations, while contributing significantly to local economies, often wield substantial influence, occasionally undermining local businesses and indigenous industries. This leads us to a crucial dichotomy. Does globalization invariably lead to the homogenization of cultures, or can it engender diversity? The proliferation of global media and the ease with which information is disseminated has resulted in a certain level of cultural convergence. From London to Tokyo, it's not uncommon to see the golden arches of McDonald's or to hear the latest American pop music. Cultural products, symbols and practices now traverse borders with an ease previously unparalleled. However, this dissemination has sparked debates regarding cultural imperialism, where dominant cultures ostensibly overshadow and erode indigenous cultures. Conversely, optimists argue that globalization has the potential to be a conduit for mutual cultural exchange, fostering understanding and appreciation of diverse cultures. Technological advancements, particularly in the realm of communication, have indisputably been a linchpin in the acceleration of globalization. The digital age, ushered in by the advent of the Internet, has annihilated temporal and spatial constraints. Virtual interactions, spanning continents in mere seconds, have engendered a global community. This newfound immediacy in communication has not only bolstered economic transactions, but also catalyzed social movements, engendering profound societal changes. The Arab Spring, for instance, was significantly propelled by social media platforms, illustrating the potent synergy of globalization and technology. Yet for all its merits, globalization has its detractors. Critics argue that it exacerbates inequality, both within and between nations. The benefits, they contend, disproportionately favor the affluent, while marginalizing the impoverished. For instance, while globalization has led to the phenomenal rise of Asian economies, notably China and India, there remains a significant chunk of their populace mired in poverty. This inequitable distribution of wealth and opportunities is a stark reminder of the chasm that exists despite an interconnected world. Additionally, the ecological repercussions of rampant globalization cannot be sidestepped. The ceaseless quest for growth, driven by a globalized economic system, has placed undue strain on the planet's resources. Climate change, attributed in part to industrial activities fueled by globalization, presents an existential threat, one that requires a coordinated global response. Yet the very mechanisms of globalization that contributed to this predicament could potentially be harnessed to combat it through international cooperation and the global sharing of sustainable technologies. It's crucial, then, to ponder on the nature of globalization. Is it an inexorable force propelled by the inevitable march of progress, or is it a construct shaped by human choices and policies? The reality, perhaps, lies somewhere in between. While certain elements of globalization, such as technological advancements, seem inevitable, the course it takes is undeniably influenced by policy decisions and societal values. In conclusion, globalization, like all transformative processes, is not a monolithic entity. It presents a mosaic of opportunities and challenges. Its multifarious impacts, ranging from economic prosperity and cultural exchange to concerns of inequality and environmental degradation, necessitate a balanced perspective. In navigating the complex tapestry of globalization, it becomes imperative for nations and individuals alike to foster a spirit of collaboration, ensuring that the benefits of a globalized world are equitably shared and its challenges collectively surmounted. As the world continues to shrink metaphorically, the choices we make today will determine the contours of the globalized